And this is the starting of the next video.
Are we
So
recording?
basically, one business rule that I think I learned was the fact that you need to break things down to a third grade reading level. I think a lot of people try to complicate shit, and I honestly just complicated shit right now. Sometimes we get so deep in the weeds and we get so technical on like certain things that we need to just zoom out and just think like, what's the end result?
It's the KISS method. Just
Yeah.
keep it simple, stupid. We've known this from even elementary school, high school. When we start getting into something that's new or a business that we're not unsure of, everything starts pouring in and becomes more and more overwhelming until you forget even just the simple things that you need to do in the day to day. And I think if you do that consistently, just your everyday simple routine, that will compound positively and you will be extremely successful.
Yeah, but the conversation that we were having was more so around like paid and organic leads and arguing about what is truly the best paid or organic leads. So, what are your thoughts?
I don't really think one is necessarily better than the other. I wouldn't choose one or the other. I think they both serve their own purpose. So for somebody that is a little bit tight on cash, that doesn't have the means to invest in paid ads, then they would go for organic. Now, the quality of organic might, in my eyes, could be a little bit better because you're reaching a smaller audience. So then you're targeting certain people in a certain area and you're able to constantly message them to elicit responses, which they might be more engaged. But when you're looking at something like paid ads, you're reaching a huge umbrella of people, but you might not be capturing the right type of people. You're getting randoms coming through the pipeline. Yes, they might have watched your funnel, they might have, or your VSL, they might have watched your videos, but they haven't been like the organic where they've been consuming all your content organically. So you're almost, with the paid, you're almost forcing them, okay, watch my content, see what I can do, consume my content to know, like, and trust me, but you're still chasing them in a sense.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is I think like as you're saying that right now, and obviously like I watch a lot of Ravi Abuvala. He's a crazy dude in the space, and he knows exactly what he's talking about when he's created his product. And I'm only a part of Scaling School, which is like $99 a month, but he has something called the self-sustaining funnel, right? And that's essentially what the self-sustaining funnel is. It brings all the top of funnel people down to middle of funnel and then down to basically being closed or bottom of funnel. And then setters and closers come in more so at the end of like bottom of funnel, I think. Like, because we kind of use some VAs, we've kind of used some appointment setters, closers, things like that. We've kind of played around with that. And I think a mistake is trying to use them for top of funnel people. I think we tried that and it's pretty tough to do. What do you think?
I do think that that is a lot tougher if you can crack it, and when you crack it, sky's the limit. It's great because you're capturing so many more people right off the get-go. But then if you're still scoping in trying to get that middle of funnel, you need clients that are a little bit more warmed up. Your salespeople don't need to be, in my eyes, as skilled as the top of funnel to convince or to book someone in to come in. I think essentially, which we had in a mastermind we were talking about, is you want your setters and your closers basically to be order takers. You want the prospect to be so warmed up, so consumed by your own content that they already know they want to come in, they want to work with you, no questions. They just need someone to take their money.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are relying a lot too much on the sale and the salesperson, because if it's a make or break situation, like let's say one good salesperson can make or break the company, then you're kind of at mercy of that salesperson, right? That guy leaves, that guy wants more money, that guy wants to triple his salary overnight. Like, it could happen. Because if you start scaling really quickly, then they also probably want to scale pretty quickly too, right? I think those positions are cool though. Like we didn't have those online closing positions 10 years ago. Like when we were growing up, like this is going to age us, right? But we didn't have the ability to do these things like you see some kids doing, right?
Like online sales
Yeah,
or
and
anything that's in the online sphere, to be honest.
anything in the online sphere. I think of online sales because when I started, I was doing. Why did that happen again? Guess it's gonna be in our video. But anyways, remember like I was telling you when I first started, I started at Weedman.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and Weedman was just like it's a lawn care service providing company, and what we did was go door to door, bugging people and saying, "Do you want your lawn service by us for a monthly fee?" Great concept, great business model. They treated the job like it was crazy. It was such a weird sales position, just to say the least. Like I've told you like the crazy things that we were doing like at that young of an age, right? But yeah, it was a cool experience. What was your first sales experience? Job?
My first sales job, or even job at all, was working at College Spring, the shoe store. So I was.
Was that sales though?
No, it was just you're in a sales position. You're a sales associate. There are incentives.
Did you sell them shoes?
Yeah, when there are incentives, like in the company, if you sold somebody extra, like an upsell. So if you're giving them shoe care, you're selling them an accessory.
You've been in sales your whole life then.
Yeah, not really.
Optician
Half-life
too?
Yeah, optician. So selling
Keep the glasses?
glasses and contact lenses. Licensed at that for a couple years. That's a fun one because when you tie in sales, it's so much easier to sell to a client or a prospect that has a need. They have a problem. When you're selling glasses, somebody needs glasses. They need to see. So I've already handled that objection of you need this product. I have it. And then it's just you bring in the style, and that's when you can upsell things like lenses, coatings, different types of frames.
Do you think it was an easy sales job? Like, do you think being in that role was very easy for you?
I wouldn't say it was very easy. When you're somebody that's the head of the lab, you're going to come in with a bunch of troubleshooting problems as well. So then you're going to have to say, oh, I sold something to somebody and they're not happy. Why aren't they happy? Then, they can't see. Okay, well, maybe you didn't do this right. Maybe you didn't set that correctly. Maybe you sold them the wrong thing. So you do have to know different products, different fittings, adjustments. So you are halfway also picking something according to the prospect. So you still have to do a little bit of fitting here and there to make sure that they're the right fit for this pair of glasses, right? So it's a smaller scope of sales, but it still follows the same principles.
I think that's what they call like customer service sales roles.
Yeah, maybe.
Right? Because you got into sales afterwards and it was a very different sales.
Yeah.
And it was like commission only. I think that is like a true sales role because you eat what you kill, right?
It's you either know sales or you don't, and your life depends on this shit. Yeah. Like, I might not have gas in my car tomorrow if I don't make a deal.
But why do you think people do that? Like, why do you think people want to do this?
Multiple reasons.
What's your reason?
What is it now, or what was it starting out when I started sales?
What was it when you started?
When I started, I was bought into it by the lifestyle. Friends had nice cars, they were taking trips, they was buying expensive clothes, and just they had more freedom. They weren't working 9 to 5. I was working at my opticianry job, staring out the window while other people were actually living their lives. So I felt like, wow, like if I could do that and I don't have to be in one spot all day long, sure, I'll do it. So it's a multitude of things. But I think when you get into any position, it can come off from more shallow needs and wants, maybe.
That's true, but what's wrong with that? Like, to a certain extent, you need to be shallow and you need to be deep, right? Like, I truly think there's not one without the other. Like, you need to be deep in the things that you want, but also going through the phase of like being just wanting to buy shit. That was a phase too. I think I did that phase a lot. Like I remember, like I used to buy a new T-shirt every weekend to go out. Like that's weird. That's stupid.
It's an obsession.
It's an obsession of wanting to go out and impress people I didn't give a shit about.
Yeah, but I think even the material means it could mean that for you. For me, it could mean like I just want to go out. I want to take a bunch of trips, but the trips cost money, so I have to do A, B, and C in order to get D, E, and F. Right. So I think that could be flashy in another sense. As close.
I think I didn't think of it that. I thought very short term at that point. Now it's like if we think more long term, it's like, yeah, cool. We can go live in another place in the world, right? We can go do that if we work hard. We can go, yeah.
We can do it.
If you can't see the emojis on the computer, it's crazy because it's just like popping up. Things are just popping up. But it's our audience. It's our audience, really. So much cooler with the screen.
Literally.
Better be recorded.
If you ask me now, my need for doing this completely different. What do I want to set up for myself in the next 10 years, 20 years, 30? How do I want to serve my parents back, my family back? So, and that stuff you might not be thinking when you're younger because you're still in this immature type of mindset of just almost selfish, me. And then you don't think about the people around you. Some people do. Kudos to them, right? But in me, I was in the headspace where I was just thinking about myself for a little while. And then after you go through certain experiences and just life stages, then you start thinking beyond yourself.
What do you think? Is there a specific life phase that you went through that changed your perspective of these things? Or shifted, I guess? Not changed, but shifted?
Yeah, I think when you get tired of just earning the material things, and they're just things at the end of the day. I think when you meet the right people, you get aligned with what you could hope to be the path that you want in life. So you have more common interests, or even me, like even our relationship, right? When we got together, you stop thinking about just yourself and you start thinking about, wow, there's another person with me beyond me. And then you see what that person values. For you, you value your family. And then it makes you think again beyond yourself. and then it makes me think about my own family. So you sometimes come across certain individuals that will kind of shift your perspective. On top of that, I think just seeing the lens of real estate and the back end of the industry, I feel like it just really changed my perspective on what I value in life. I saw a lot of people around me in the environments just doing it for these material things, doing everything at all costs to get a deal or get money. And it just, it's some of them were not done by the right means. And then you're like, what is this money for at the end of the day that everyone's chasing so hard? They're willing to do crazy, stupid shit for.
I think it's a fine line. Like, it's just, honestly, it's literally like addiction, right? Yeah. When you work and you get that money, it's a dopamine hit, right? So there's certain people that I think can't control their dopamine. And if you can't control your dopamine properly, I think you're really fucked up. You're going to do some really fucked up shit. And this is why I think, like, the whole movement right now too, and we used to talk about this a lot on the podcast, but like the whole movement of making men weak again. Have you heard that?
No.
I just made it up.
No, I think there is something
there
like
is
that.
something like that. There is something like, there's an agenda. I think less of an agenda now because Trump is in power, which is pretty sick, like second term. But
2 terms.
2 terms, 2 times. He's gonna get 2 chains when he retires. He's crazy. But like, look at the shit he's already done. Go to
jail first.
Look at the shit he's already done. He's already like opened a lawsuit or something against Big Pharma to get rid of like crazy medication. He's fixing the water. So he's getting people's health better. He's doing exactly what he promised, right?
Yeah, but he's doing exactly what he promised. If you look at the flip side, there is the entire debate about the abortion getting banned in specific states, right? Oh, he's doing that all right. He's making sure that people are not able to get abortions by any means
Is he?
in certain places. Yeah. And we're going to notice a lot of Canadians coming our way, or not Canadians, a lot of Americans coming up our way in Canada because they might have an easier means of
Should we
getting
Google that
done.
right now? How many
States change? Yeah, I don't know
how many people are expected to come from USA to Canada because of Trump?
Abortion.
That covers abortion.
I don't know.
Oh, there's actually like
People leaving?
articles.
Down.
Oh
He-
my god,
he hit-
Canada's gonna get more fucked up.
He hit a lot of the younger people hard that they just want to leave.
I think Toronto will get worse.
Yeah, for sure.
Toronto's pretty crazy, eh?
Toronto is crazy.
Like
There's
we get a lot
shit
of
going on
Toronto
there.
agents now, and we just start like hearing things from Toronto agents.
Yes, most Toronto agents are just like us. They're decent people. But then you get hit with some of those crazies and some of those weirdos.
There's just some real characters, man. Like, I don't know. People in BC are nicer.
I think because Toronto is more diverse, actually, so people can be more cagey with other people. Here, I feel like everyone's one of the same, so you don't hear about it as much.
Yeah, I think honestly, it's getting like that everywhere.
Yeah,
Even like
slowly
look at
but
the
surely.
traffic. Look how many people are coming. They're making this city like look at the SkyTrain that's screwing up our commute all the time. Like
Yeah.
seriously, there's so much that's happening here, and I still don't think they're ready for the amount of people that they're bringing in.
No, I don't
Like,
think they
you
ever
can't-
will be.
Yeah,
They
you
don't have the
can't
right
throw a
infrastructure in place.
SkyTrain. You can't throw a SkyTrain up and just expect it to solve the problems.
Traffic to get to one place to the other, which once was 15 minutes, has now turned into 35 minutes during traffic time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another reason why the online way is the way right now. So
But even now you're saying we're dealing with Toronto agents. That's exactly why online space is crazy. It's just a different way of reaching more and more people. Like we can reach 10, 20, 1,000, a million times more if we're doing this and putting something out in the online sphere than we were to just go and call our friends and family, tell them, hey, we just put something out, go have a look, text all your friends, go have a look. Like this is the power of what we're doing and the people we're able to reach.
I think that not a lot of people give credit to that. Like, think about the people that we would not have ever crossed paths with from across the world.
Yeah.
Like, even, I remember when we went to see Rick's office. It's crazy. Like, we met people that we would never have met in the world, but because we're doing business in this way, it was like
Easy.
easy to meet people.
Yeah.
And we're able to help people. It's pretty cool space.
That's one of the coolest things is you find people across that were once struggling just like you that you never would have come in contact or been able to help because you wouldn't have ever had that reach, right?
Yeah, but for the realtor, okay, for the realtor that just wants to be a realtor, let's go back to paid versus organic.
I don't think we even covered it.
I don't
We went
know
off
if
on a
we did either,
tangent.
because we went off on like 50 tangents.
Yeah.
But organic, I think organic versus paid leads are one of the best things to debate in business because it changes niche to niche. It changes person to person depending on what you're good at, right? Like, what do you think is going to crush next year? Organic or paid?
I still think paid will crush just because of the sheer amount of numbers that comes through. But if you're looking at people that are still going to do like their clients are clients for life, it'll be through the organic, right? So you might not have as many, but maybe the quality is better.
So yeah, so the quality is not as good with paid ads as organic, right?
No, it's more of an uphill battle with paid, because someone pays, if I can pay, you can pay, everyone around us can pay, then we're all on the same playing field, right? But then as opposed to people that are posting or creating or organic content, you might not create anything. I might post 20, 30, 40, 50 times or reach X amount of audience 10 times as you have, then I'm going to be winning, right? And so when I'm looking at that, I'm going to get the client. When I'm talking about paid and we're all on the same playing field, then it's a race of me chasing more clients, trying to convince them that, hey, I'm going to be better for you than this person. So then it becomes a lot more difficult.
Yeah, I think honestly, like organic always did seem to bring better quality leads, just because like the Google rule, right?
Yep.
Where they talk about like you need 7 hours of FaceTime with somebody in order to gain trust with them online. So yeah, if you can figure out a way, which we figured out a couple ways for agents, to build that trust with a paid ads lead, like that's huge, because you basically take somebody who's top of funnel, which is somebody who just meets you and is coming to you for the first time, seeing you for the first time, all the way down to the middle of funnel, different message to bottom of funnel, then all the way to the close. Did we talk about that in this one?
Don't think so. No. Oh, that was with our appointment, our closers and setters, but we can sidebar that for a minute. But for people that don't know, difference paid, organic. Paid is any ads or any leads that you're going to be paying for. So things like Facebook ad, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, anything that you're plugging money in so that you can reach a wider audience. Anything organic will be single actions that you are taking to reach clients where you are trying to reach out to them. They're outbound. Right?
Yeah. Sure. And that's one to many.
Yeah, that can be done Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, anything.
Okay, I saw Pinterest. I saw somebody suggest Pinterest as like a social media outlet.
Yeah.
Do you think that can happen? I've never been on Pinterest.
No, it can.
Maybe like
a lot of.
Actually, I've been on Pinterest like twice. Once when I was getting my grad outfit for grade 12, and once when I think I bought a car.
No, you looked up for your tux as well for reception.
Yeah. So grad, wedding, and then car.
Okay, but a lot of women use Pinterest. I always use Pinterest. I'm looking at it for inspiration. Oh, I need to get my nails done. Pinterest? I think a couple days ago. I was looking for something. Yeah.
What were you looking for?
I'll tell you right now. I was looking for...
All I see is hair and makeup.
Light brown hair with highlights. French tip nails. November nails. Pumpkin ideas. Like, girls will search like anything on Pinterest because you want to see photos of it.
I have the Pinterest app. Let's see what I searched. Yeah.
What did you say?
Oh, high tea outfits. Man.
That's crazy.
We hit high tea.
Be surprised for high tea for my birthday.
Grease packing list.
Yeah, it's sick.
I didn't search that though. Why would I search that? I think you searched on my phone.
That might have been me searching from your phone. But Probably. Even then, that shows the amount of time. High tea was literally just a week and a half ago. And 2 weeks ago, and Greece was in August, so that's like 2-3 months apart. So you don't go on it too often.
And then you know which one was before that?
What?
Letter P tattoo.
Jeez, that's damn.
Letter P
before the wedding. So yeah, guys don't use it. Women will use it.
Beard styles.
Yeah. So you do use it. So I think
Look at this one. Punjabi field posing couples. That's when we did a freaking photo shoot in the kid.
So, okay, you do use it. It's not that you don't. You will use it. But the reach, I think, is much higher for women on apps like Pinterest.
But, okay, can you go to somebody's account and, like,
you can. There's different things you can do. I don't know
Whoa, this is like a real, like an Instagram thing.
Yeah, like, I don't know it too much. But You'll be able to click, you'll hit the links.
But you know what the problem with Pinterest is? Is everything is so picturesque.
Yeah.
Like, you have to go high quality there.
Very, very high quality.
So, like, I don't know. I feel like branders are doing that or something.
Yeah.
But pause. I
Influencer.
need to go pee.
We can keep this thing running.
Yeah. Tell a story.
I don't have any stories right
Tell a
now.
secret about me that they might not know.
No.
Tell them.
They already know.
I want to hear. I want to hear. I probably might not know the secret about me either.
You probably do know the secret about you.
Look at the picture Dad posted.
I don't know if he's gonna be home for dinner. They've got some forks and knives out. Jeez. Sheesh. A little secret about JP. You might not think so, but he's actually very, very romantic. Out of the both of us, he's a little more romantic than me. There was the first time that he bought me flowers. It was for Valentine's Day. It was the biggest bouquet I have ever seen. This big. He actually pre-ordered it and got it shipped to a friend's house so you can pick it up. Surprised me with it. But he had an entire Valentine's Day package ready for me as soon as I got in the car. Entire day planned out, start to finish. And did this cute little thing where we got little infinity bracelets because I had said it like 3 weeks before, just randomly. Oh, this is cool. I think I sent him a TikTok. And he took it to heart. He remembered it and planned a day we did that, had a cold dinner. And he really, really put attention into the little things to make me happy and make my day great. I'll never forget that Valentine's Day. We run it back full.
I think we ran it for a good amount of time. I think I'm tired. I think I can go for an epi.
Can you chop this guy up?
I could chop it up real nice. I could post it
Any
too.
more value we should toss out in there to the universe? We were actually I was actually going to talk about effective strategies to organically post and kind of how I started posting without any direction and finding a certain algorithm or rhythm for myself to post content and get clients. But I guess we'll save that for another day.
Oh, you want to leave it with a hook like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to be here for another hour if we start actually talking about examples, storylines, things like that.
I agree, but an episode coming really soon. Prav's going to surprise us with something that's going to be really cool.
Yeah, think so. Stay tuned.
I think we both are.
Yeah.
It's a duo.
It's a duo. It's a duo.
It's a duo.
Yeah.